So now we're going to be playing some Sultai Energy. Particularly fond of the Sultai variant. I like Walking Ballista in the Teamer Mirror. A lot of people think it's not that great of a card. I think it can really shut down the Whirl of Virtuosos getting out of hand. Which is one of the ways you lose, is the ground gets gummed up and then you lose to a bunch of Thopters. I've made a few changes. Primarily, I wanted a second Vizier in the sideboard, so I ended up cutting a Nissa and a Death Court Scavenger for that, for those two cards. And then in the main board, we've seen a rise in the number of main board Planeswalkers coming out of Teamer, so I cut a Fatal Push, which isn't particularly great in the matchup anyway, and I added in a Never to Return. So we'll have three main board answers to Planeswalkers. And then just overall general answer to things. The Exile Clause probably isn't super relevant. I just didn't want a third Vraska's Contempt. I think 4 mana is quite a bit. The 3 mana might even be a problem on Never Return, but we'll see how it goes. Something I wanted to try. So let's jump into round 1. Hopefully we can win some die rolls, as I feel like Standard is very, at least for game 1, is very important to win your die roll. Post-board, it gets a lot less important, I feel like, but still somewhat important. When you know what you're playing against, you can keep hands that are better on the draw, versus on the play, or in game 1, you don't know what you're playing against, so it's likely that you keep just a hand that's probably generally good against the field. If you're on the play, you don't lose that tempo if your hand isn't particularly amazing. This is a pretty decent hand. We are on the draw, so we don't really have a great way to deal with Longtusk Cub. I think we'll keep on the power of Winding Constrictor plus Walking Ballista though. And we'll turn 1 attune for a swamp. Probably want to draw, at this point, a Fatal Push is probably our best draw. I could also get behind drawing just a natural land, so we can play this Rogue Refiner on curve, and then also swamp. Interesting. Okay, so this Walking Ballista is probably going to be pretty good. Certainly want to draw a Fatal Push at this point. If a Heart of Karen comes down, we really want to be able to answer that card. I don't like just jamming Winding Constrictor out there. I'm not sure playing Walking Ballista is much better though. And if for some reason he doesn't have a Fatal Push or a way to answer this Winding Constrictor, we can block this Wandering Dead. Night Market Lookout, sure. If that's all he plays this turn, okay. So he's going super wide, sure. What's down to 3 cards? I feel like the better line here is to play a Walking Ballista, and then we can just threaten it. Hey Brad, thanks for the resub. Appreciate the Brad loyalty comment. So I feel like Walking Ballista is probably the best line here. We can block the Dreadwander and kill the Night Market Lookout. Could just play Winding Constrictor, but then if he has a Fatal Push, we just like die, or we take 6 and we're down to 12. And it'll be kind of hard to stabilize from there. So I'm just gonna play the removal spell. So this is tough. So we can, if we just kill the Night Market Lookout, we take 4. If we block the Dread Wanderer and then kill the Night Market Lookout, we take 3. So I think that's obviously better. We're just trying to think through our lines. Notably, we cut the trial out of our sideboard, and that would be very good in this matchup. Scrapheap Scoundrel, sure. Certainly seems like he has a fatal push at this point. Ooh, Varaska, that's not what we want to see. I'll send you multiple copies of tokens if you want, Brad. Typically we're going to send them out once per quarter, but this first batch, being pretty new, I don't mind sending you as many as you want. Within reason. I can send you like 10 if you want. Alright, walk the plank. Alright, opponent's down to 1 card. Alright, no cards. So we might be okay here. 5-6 down to 8. It's gonna be close. Certainly helps. Unfortunately, we have to block either Scrapheap Scoundrel or Dread Wanderer. Neither are great, so I think we're just gonna block the Scrapheap Scoundrel. He'll use his mana to get it back. Like to block the Conquistador, but then I'm dead on board. This gives me the most life. I'd have 2 life to play with. Just don't forget, Brad, you get a sub every, or you get a deck list every month as well. So my energy doesn't really matter. I could attune for a forest, and that way I can play Winding Constrictor plus Walking Ballista. So I have 2 counters for the Walking Ballista. I think we're just dead though, right? If I can tempt something, I'm dead. If I play Walking Ballista for 2, I'm also dead. I guess I would just play Winding Constrictor for, and then play it for 2. That's actually the same. Yeah, alright. Opponent played a bunch of 1-drops and got there. We'll take Scavengers. I want this Varaska out of here. Never return out of here. Pretty much think that's it. I could bring in Appetite, but I have Contempts and Hostage Takers. I want this other Scarab God. Just don't think there's going to be enough time for a second Scarab God. Maybe just brought in a Die Young. Glint Siege Siphoners don't seem particularly amazing either. So I could board something like this. I don't really like that though. I think this is how I'm gonna board. So I think if we were on the play that game, we probably could have stabilized. This hand's good. We're just like an attune away from being insane. The reason I don't particularly like Die Young is 2 mana for their 1 mana thing is like not great. There's nothing huge that I want to kill in general. And so like taking my whole turn off to Die Young to remove like 1 crapper off the field. I think I just always play the Cub here. I could play Siphoner. And then threaten to just block. Huh. Cub's not blocking. I could play Winding Constrictor, but that seems probably my worst idea. I'm just gonna play the Siphoner. Trade some resources. This Hostage Taker will probably be quite good for us. I do think Die Young is better than a lot of these cards though. Yeah, I'm just gonna protect my life total here. If near deadlands is something I need to keep in mind for my Winding Constrictors. Bone Picker? Sure. Tune's probably not what we wanted. We'd like to draw a removal spell. Yep. Alright. Wow. Alright, well our Hostage Taker's out of here. That's really sad. I was gonna say, like, him tapping out for a 1-mana spell I was fine with, because that meant our Hostage Taker can take this Heart of Kirin, and he can't Fatal Push it with Revolt. But now he gets to just take the Hostage Taker. That's pretty insane. He did bottom, so at least we have that going for us. Alright, I think it's time to play our combo. He thought a little bit, so it's possible he doesn't have a Fatal Push. Like, his Harsh Scrutiny definitely paused, because I think it was a easy take on the okay, so yep. Doesn't look like he has a Fatal Push. The Gifted Aetherborn's a little sad. We do have some draws to get rid of that, though. Oh, okay. It's just gonna let us... Gonna let us bash. Hey now. Alright, so can we kill our opponent? So this gets us to 8. This gets us to 11. 11 is 10 counters. Plus 4 is 14. Okay, so what if we don't play Rogue Refiner, we play Rickshaw, and we put counters on this? That's 8. This takes us to 8, so that's 8 plus... We just dead on the crackback though? Currently we'd go to 1. Might have to be our play though. Can we really not kill him this turn? It seems likely that we'd be able to kill him. So every energy is a counter. So if we attune, we go to 8 energy, which is 8 counters. Yeah, we can't kill him. I think this is the play though. So that's 8. So this is 8 counters, 12. We can do 16 to him. Ah, that's so gross. I guess we just attack with the Longtusk Cub. So now he has to at least hold back something. Probably the night market lookout. Yeah, we were just like, I don't know, like another attune away from lethal, really? Like if we had a second attune. Like he can take us to 1 currently. You would need a combination of a removal spell, 2 removal spells to kill us. Walking Ballista does not do it currently. Well, we're dead. Really curious what our Rogue Refiner would have drawn us. Yep, I'm just gonna concede. He can just attack with Heart in these 2 and that kills us. Really wanted to draw a card there. Just to see what we would have hit. I guess the only thing we could have done differently is game 1 if we just would have jammed the Pointing Constrictor on 2 and like forced him to have Fatal Push, but that doesn't seem right. I'm gonna keep this hand. We're on the draw and we have an attune. Need to hit 1 other land. Want to get mulligan to 6. The old Rampager deck. Sweet. Definitely jamming my Winding Constrictor now. Hope to draw a land. We can Rishkar. Not hit the land. Opponent made a mistake there. Now I get to get in for 2 damage. Alright, Dak, need a land. Just 1 land. We can go off. think I just block. You could have Blossoming Defense, but like I'm kind of okay with that. That's his whole turn. It's possible our opponent didn't draw a land. They kept a one-lander, we kept a one-lander. Dive down. Sure. Now he plays a Rampager for 1 energy. Yep. Deck. I think I'm just gonna make this a 4/4 now. We're gonna draw on a tune before we draw a land. I'm feeling it. Okay, so opponent's just like blue-green. Sure, man. Blue-green Pummeler, by the looks of it. Tilt! Opponent's down to 3 cards. I don't think I can attack now. I think we just have so much resources in our hand, we're just supposed to hold back. Yep. Tune's a good draw. I think we're like 100% to win this game if we had a third land like in the last 2 turns. Now it's going to be close. The good news is we have well, take that back. Now we're going to draw one. I was going to say I don't think we have a land that comes into play tap, but we have 2 fetid pools. I'm going to cry when that's the one we draw. Another larger than life. We just take 7 from the Cub and block the Rampager. If he Blossoming Defenses this, we can't kill it. If he Blossoming Defenses this, he can kill it, or we kill it, or can kill it. Maybe I just do this. So if he blossoming defenses, it's 7 power or 7 toughness. This is 6, so we'd only use 1 counter. Okay, yeah. If we block, he can order it Constrictor Ballista, and then we can still kill it. Thank you, babe. The RPTQ went okay. I went 3-3. I won 2 of my... I played 2 good matchups, 3 bad matchups, and 1 50-50. I beat blue-white control somehow with affinity. Pretty crazy. Alright, need a land. Is not a land. I played affinity. So we had the blossoming defense. Can I attack? I'm dead to like another larger than life. What kind of dog do I have? I don't actually have a dog. Cubs fan, thank you for the follow. Could attack with Walking Ballista, but that seems kind of loose. Let's see, so attack for 2 is at 13. And I can attack for 6 next turn. Yeah. God, this is just so awful. I have 2 cats, Adams. No dog, though. This lemonade is the best thing in existence in terms of a beverage. It is cranberry cayenne lemonade. It is so good. You can get it at Core Life Eatery. Seriously, oh, it's delicious. Pummeler, sure. Alright, so he can add 3 counters. But if he has a removal spell... I think I'm just doing this. God, this is insane. I really need this resolve. Ha! So you're saying there's a chance. He could have another pummeler. He has another pummeler. Okay, servant I'm not too concerned with. Alright. Opponent's out of cards. We have a shot. Haha, we drew up fetid pools, just like I called. Okay, this doesn't give trample. Alright, if we get to untap, I'm pretty sure we win. So we can never return here, but then we don't get a body on the field. This is sorcery speed. I'm gonna hold off a turn. We can hostage take her next turn, and I have this blossoming defense. Oh, he has to block though. He's got a block though, guys. That's a good attack. Alright. Should be good. We have a hostage taker to follow up whatever he plays. Alright, so... The rest seems good. Vraska seems bad. Scarab God seems meh. Walking Bliss is good. I actually like the Glint Sleeves in this matchup. I actually think the Vraska's Contempt might be too much, but it's possible he's bringing in some type of Planeswalker like a Nissa. Let's see. He's not really trying to interact with me, so these Blossoming Defenses are kind of like meh. I could like cut these for 2 Die Young. I think Negate would be a little aggressive. The Viziers are interesting. I don't particularly think Death Gorge is... Like, this isn't really about life totals so much as it is about resources. Yep. I'm gonna try this. Man. Feel like I have to mulligan this. If this was a fast land, I would probably keep it. All right. Bottom. Probably supposed to cycle this Fetid Pools. Yep. Oh, that was like literal perfect. So we play a Winding Constrictor, we play our Aether Hub, gets us 2 energy, and then we can make our Cub a 4/4, then attack and get 3 more energy. That's a good draw. I'll probably go ahead and try to never return one of these things. Let's see, I can make it a 6. Unless I draw an energy producer. If I draw an energy producer, then I don't need to. We could play as Rampager here. Then if I were him, I'd probably play it. Like, do you really care about any of these things? If he's trying to bluff like a Blossom in defense or something. Well, he drew an energy producer. Alright, so let's say he's got Blossoming Defense. So this is a 5/4. So 7 is the answer. I can make this a 9. Or no, 8. Right? I can make this an 8. This is 6, so 7, 8. So I would trade with 3 of his resources. I think I'm okay with that. Yep. We'll cycle this Fetid Pools. And now this Never Return is just live. You can have your 2 damage, dude. Certainly not blocking. Walking Ballista is an okay draw. Kind of want to try to Never Return so I can get in with this Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Also kind of want to play a Walking Bliss on 2. Play my land first. Expecting another blossoming defense here. Yep. Alright, now if we draw a land. It's going to get him blue. It's going to turn on his blue cards. Oh, we already had blue. Never mind. I'll probably block the servant at this point. Okay. So now he's telling the story that he doesn't have any more protection. Or he has a... Oh, what's the form? Bristling Hydra? The problem with Bristling Hydra is I still get to get in with Glinsleep Siphoner. Sure. Raska's been done. I feel like there's just too much in this deck that I can't deal with. I'm also on a mold of 5. Maybe I want to take out all my removal and just bring in like... I'm only on what these contempts. So far I haven't seen any planeswalkers. Another Bristling Hydra, that's gross. I have to block or you can kill me. Could double block here. If he wants to kill both, he has to use all his energy. It's not looking good. That block makes sense. Could also have a trick. I think a trick's likely. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Maybe I should have like a Bantu's Last Reckoning in the board if this deck's going to be popular. I wish I had a fatal push to like ultimately punish. So like one thing you can do if you have a fatal push here is so I block with a 3/3 Walking Ballista. He has a counter. You remove all 3 of your counters, all targeting the Bristling Hydra, and then and you just like hold priority when you do it. And so If he Blossoming Defenses in response, he uses his last energy, and then you can Fatal Push it. It's actually something that happened in the finals on my PPTQ. Excuse me. Certainly in a real bad situation here. I am going to draw a card. Well, that's nice. Not think we can win. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Mostly just wanted to see if he had it. So he left up at the Servant. I think he could have attacked with the Servant. Alright, I'm gonna cut the Contempts. I'm gonna bring in the Viziers. I do want these Scarab Gods. Maybe I just want... Stop trying to interact with my opponent too much and just try to kill them. The Walking Ballistas have felt pretty meh. So maybe Blossoming Defense just being a cheaper interactive spell is better. One thing about Walking Ballista, it's very possible he boarded out his Pummelers, I guess. Maybe we should be playing like he boarded out his Pummelers. He probably boarded out his Pummelers. Alright, so I'm gonna try this. We need a land, but I'm gonna keep it. If we can hit land. We can hit one land. So we can play this Rogue Refiner on curve. There's a good chance we can play our 4-drops on curve as well. Deck, stop it. It's gonna be one of those Magic nights where we just don't ever draw lands or we mold to oblivion. Land? Yes. Now we get to draw a card on our upkeep. And between these 3 draws, I would think we should hit an untapped land. Please. Please let us hit an untapped land. For those hanging out tonight, I really appreciate you stopping by. If you're not already following the stream, if you could please consider hitting that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out a lot. Make yourself known. I like talking Magic. What kind of questions you got out there? We can't really block now. So, let's see here. And our opponent is representing that they have Blossom in defense. Let's say we... Yeah, I'm not going to block. I'll wait a turn. I have this Hostage Taker. Okay, so he probably has a Bristling Hydra in his hand. Derpy Dova is a great... Okay, so let's rip a land here so we can Hostage Take this Long Tusk Cub. We got there. Derpy Dova is some great artwork, though. I agree. So I kind of want to attack with a Glint Sleeve Siphoner, but I also don't think I should. If I attack, I can trade with the Servant. I have another one. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Alright. I actually like this a lot. So I think Aether Hub or Attune with the Ether would be probably one of our better draws. No blocks, I'll take 3. Here's the Bristling Hydra that I thought he had. It's up to 6 energy. Forest. So I think the play is actually kill the Rampager, play the Longtusk Cub. And now we can threaten to double block with the Hostage Taker and Rogue Refiner. Maybe I just block all of it. I don't know. We'll see. Nah, I probably don't want to block all of it. Alright, I think I'm okay here because it trades a Blossoming Defense out of his hand. A land would be good. I still think Attune is one of our better draws. Or not Attune, Aether Hub. So with Aether Hub, we get to play Winding Constrictor, play Aether Hub, play Vizier, copying Bristling Hydra. So we'd gain, we'd go up to 5 energy off the hub, and then we'd gain 4 off the Bristling Hydra, so we'd go to 8 energy. And then our Longtusk Cub could be a 10-10. Yeah, another one. So now I have to decide how much I want to throw in front of this Bristling Hydra. If he adds 1 counter, take 9 and go to 4. If he has double Blossoming Defense, which he hasn't repped that he has Blossoming Defense, then we're dead. We can force him to use all his energy, but I don't think that's right. I'm just going to put this Hostage Taker in front of it. This guarantees that we're not just dead. Taking 5, going to 8, I'm okay with. Probably locked into playing this Vizier next turn. So again, I think Attune is like our best draw. Rogue. That's sad. So, okay. If we play Constrictor, and then we'll lead into Rogue Refiner, we'd go to 6 energy, we can make the Longtusk Cub an 8-8. And then we just sit back on defense. I guess we could attack for 3 with the Rogue Refiner. And am I just supposed to wait a turn and throw everything in front of it? I guess. I'm just kind of worried about some like sideboard like hostage taker or something, you know? It's a really close game. A lot closer than it looks. Alright, that's a good sign. Alright. Just gonna make this Long Tusk Cub a 2-turn clock. No real reason to have anything else attack. Just want my maximum defense possible. Opponent being at 8 means I'm probably supposed to attack now. Now I think I can attack all out, so I think I'm supposed to play Vizier again. So blocks Long Tusk Cub, Bristling Hydra, and takes 8. This should be lethal. I'll be really sad when he fogs us. Hey, we got there. Alright, so we're currently 1-1. We lost to Mono Black Aggro. We were on the draw game 1. Kind of kept a sketch hand. Didn't really get there. Never drew a removal spell. Until it was too late. Game 2 was kind of more the same. Mulligan to 6. Alright, I can get behind this hand. Keep it. You're on the play. No attune, unfortunately. So our opponent leads on Mountain. Into Beaumont Courier. Huh. Given our hand, I think we're supposed to leave open the Blossoming Defense. I'm just gonna attune for a Swamp here. And then play it. God, I wish we had a Fatal Push. Skullscar Mage is a beating. Here comes the shock. No shock. Rampaging Ferocidon is a card. I can just contempt it, but that seems a little loose given I guess if he kills this next turn, then we get the Hostage Taker with Blossoming Defense back up. Or no, we need to draw an untap land to do that. Urgh. I also probably want to save Contempt. This is tough. I think we gotta do this. I don't think I can attack quite yet. First Shaker Kendra. Alright. It's a good turn for us. No great attacks from our opponent. So now I can actually Hostage Taker the Beaumont Courier. Seems a little loose. Could also take the Skullscar Mage. Don't want to take the Ferocidon. Could just Contempt the Ferocidon. Don't think that's right either. I think we're in a racing situation here. Hostage Taker does block favorably. The Beaumont Courier not having cards under it. So here's what's interesting. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but if I tap my Aether Hub for a red source and sacrifice this Beaumont Courier, my opponent gets to put their... I discard my hand, but he gets the cards on top of the cards that he already has. Because he's the one who owns the cards that are hidden under there. Sure, so this is just repping a removal spell. What if I just put everything in front of the Rampaging Ferocidon? He would need 2 removal spells? Sure. Yep. So I can Ballista for 2. Or I can Contempt this now. Still think I want to save Contempt. We're just gonna get aggressive. This is a little loose if he goes... The thing is, he can't really go land Hazoret yet. One McCurry I don't care about. He takes a damage. Yep. Hey, Bob. Trying a Fatal Push would be amazing. Rickshaw. Rickshaw's pretty good too, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, so I want to put 1 counter on the Ballista. I don't think I need to put 1 on the Cub, so I'll put 1 on the Renegade here. I'm gonna kill the Courier so he doesn't block with it. You know what? I think this was wrong actually. If this was 6, put a counter on it 7. Okay, he has to block anyway. Yeah. So I should have put the counter on the Cub. I didn't do the math quite right. And here's the reason. So if I was attacking for 5, I could make it 6 with a counter from my energy, and I could make it 7 if I would have put the Rickshaw counter on it. That puts him at 9, and I have 4 mana here to add a counter to Ballista. So if he doesn't block, I can add a counter and then kill him. So my line was poor. But I'm still feeling good. Pretty sure his last card is a Hazoret. Glorybringer. Well, that's not good either. Don't gain any life, but that's fine. Alright. So Scavengers, Die Youngs. I like the Essence Scatter here. Vraska out. Yeah, I wish I still had my notes to remember. Oh, Glint Sleeves out. I used to have a Cartouche. Kind of missing that a little bit. Never return might be a little too slow. Scarab got out. Maybe? I guess we need one card. Alright. Interesting. Seth says never to take out your Glint Sleeve Siphoners. Instead, he wants to take out 2 Rich Cards and a Rogue Refiner. And a Blossoming Defense, which we already cut for Veraska. So, oh, he doesn't want the Essence Scatter? Sure. That's fair. Okay. I can run with that. We're just like a mono black deck over here. I'm gonna keep it. The old Beaumont Courier. We'll probably end up cycling the pools. So this is always an interesting decision in my opinion. I feel like the Beaumont Courier is going to be the most value. Always an interesting decision. I don't really have another great removal spell for this Beaumont Courier at the moment. I can block it with the Siphoner, but the Siphoner dies really easily. Alright. We'll take 2 instead of 1. Scarab God. Scarab God. Might have to play the pools now. Alright. If our opponent had that card, it should have played it last turn. Same as last time, I'm gonna block the Courier. Need to draw something relevant. Kind of relevant. I think because of the Scarab God, I go ahead and play this Fetid Pools. Please don't play Hazaret. It's fine. Never Return isn't terrible. So I'll wait till his beginning of my combat phase in case he plays a Glorybringer next turn, which isn't outside the realm of possibility. Alright, so we take, what, 3, 4, 5 here, go to 7. I block what? The Shaker, take 3 down to 4, and then the Runes is down to 2. If I never return the Kyrgyzstan, I go to 5. And then if I draw a land, I can have Blossoming Defense back up. But I do need to kill my opponent. Do need to kill my opponent. Harsh Mentor is a thing. Now I kind of need to never the Harsh Mentor so I can start activating the Scarab God. Kind of gross. I'm just dead right now. I have to rip a Verascus Contempt. Oh no, I auto-yielded this. Dope. Alright, you got me. Alright, on the play. Probably want the Brick Shards on the play. I'm gonna cut this Never Return because it's just awful. So slow. This card we were testing tonight has not been good. I'm gonna keep. It's a little loose. So definitely leading on the Glensleeve Siphoner here, because that'll re-give me the energy for the Aether Hub. If I just play Winding Constrictor and then he kills my Winding Constrictor, I don't have a way to... I don't have a way to deal with that. I don't have a way to have energy or play any more cards on my hand. Maybe this wasn't a snap keep. I'll save my Aether Hub in case I draw a Blooming March, then I can play Blooming March, Winding Constrictor, and then the Aether Hub to follow up. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Just a single Fatal Push. Fatal Push is often a card that comes out, so... Alright, we have a ton of energy. Alright, land one time. No land. Pretty gross. Alright, what am I looking for here? Not these cards. Like an attune for a swamp, I guess. Like, there's some consideration to get island here, but I have so many black cards in my deck that I think better to get swamp. I think Rickshaw would have been like our best draw. I also shouldn't have played the swamp. I don't know why I did that. And a Glorybringer. Sick. So is he gonna get exerted? Go to 10. There's 2 cards. Yeah, I'm gonna draw. Our hand's kind of weak. He's gonna have another Glorybringer. We're just gonna get blown out by this. This is real sad. Needed a long tusk cub. Guess I just have to hope he doesn't have it. All right. He didn't have it. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic. I don't know. That's tough. Oh, yeah. Gotta stay positive. You're not wrong. So I've been playing a lot of Epic. I don't know if you guys know what Epic is. Epic card game. Pull up the website here. I've been playing a lot of Epic lately. I watched Sam Black and Mike Segrist play in the Epic World Championship for $50,000. Should be playing WoW. Zul'jin Horde. Man. As fun as that sounds, I don't know that I could. Just completely quit Magic and just playing. I definitely like Horde. I've played a lot of Alliance and I've played a lot of Horde, and in general I like playing the Horde. Are you guys playing WoW together? Winter is coming. And I don't know if I have the time for that. The problem with games like WoW is I get sucked in. I'm the kind of gamer that like doesn't like to be like unprepared or second best. Like I don't want to lose because that guy had better gear than me. I want to lose because that guy was just better than me. I like Magic though. It's fun. Keeps my brain going. I played Rogue and Druid a lot. I had a Priest for a while too, but mostly Rogue and Druid. I played Druid. It was my first ever character. Played it during the original Vanilla WoW, and then I played it in Burning Crusade when it was like super OP. I actually didn't play it a ton in Vanilla. I played it enough to where like everyone realized just how bad it was, and then I rolled a Priest. This is basically the kind of hand I want to see. Maybe a two drop, another 2-drop. God, another mono red deck. Jesus. I think taking a damage is worth it here. Because if he plays a Karyazev, that's what I want to kill. Skull Sermon. That one's close. I think that's right though, and this is why. This feels like a shock, and I don't want my cub to get shocked. Yep. Need to play my Fetid Pools next turn. Unless I draw Aether up. Ooh, Walking Ballista. Just gonna play that. I think I'm just gonna kill this. Alright, looking to draw Whiny Constrictor, some type of energy. Blossoming Defense is also good. So our opponent didn't like lightning strike us. Man. Am I just supposed to jam this hostage taker? Probably not. Alright, we can steal that. We can attune, but then we can't cast the Earthshaker. I don't know. I'm not exactly confident still though. Like, we have 1 card in hand. Our opponent has 5. Unless we draw like a Scarab God. If he has shock, he has shock. Looks like he has shock. It goes into his graveyard. Cards always go into their owner's graveyard. When you're out of cards, Rogue Refiner is always what you want to see. If he has a third, if he has his 4th shock, we get blown out. But I think this trade is worth it. Yeah, but it means like, I don't know. I like the trade, mostly because I want that thing off the field when I play Long Tusk Cub, because every burn spell shrinks my Cub. I don't have that option though, because if he untaps and like if I react first, then he gets to blow me out. Definitely supposed to add a counter there. 5 damage and 9. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the clock at all. If he untaps and burns your guys, you get to kill it. If for some ungodly reason you decide killing a 1/2 14, then sure you get crushed since you did it on his turn. Sure. Alright, that's fair. I could have been a little bit more patient. I guess the value of untapping with a walking ballista is also pretty high. Maybe I wasn't really thinking that through. God, I feel like I'm supposed to keep this hand. Alright, deck. Give me a black source one time. That is not a black source. Alright, any land at this point. No 2-drop either? Holy crap. I'm playing this out into an Abrade or a Lightning Strike because I have this Scavenger and I want a creature in the yard when I play it. So if we do draw land next turn, yeah, I don't really care about that card. Tilt. Yeah, I'm pretty much assuming this is a Chandra right here. I can't imagine he kept on just the power of Aether Sphere Harvester, but maybe he did. Well, we're not going to draw any lands and we're just going to lose. Damn it. Guess I should have mulliganed? I don't know. I think it was right to keep. Now I can't Scavenger and gain any life. Dude, this is such a nombo. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, well that was a quick game too. Alright, this is a pretty decent hand, but we need an energy payoff pretty badly. God, maybe it's just not good. What is with this game, man? Tonight has been insane. Like, we've drawn like triple Glint Sleeve Siphoner. We've drawn like triple Winding Constrictor. I think 2 matches ago we had double Winding Constrictor, triple something else. Like, come on. This is insane. I'm gonna keep though. Lands and spells. It's game 3 and we're on the play. I mean, like one Walking Ballista and I feel like it's gas. Please don't have a way to kill this. It's super dead. I'm gonna get my life in now before he plays a Rampaging Ferocidon. Hey, what do you know? Just like I said. Trying to make sure I can do everything I want. So if I Blossoming Defense this when he blocks, then I can play Winding Constrictor, but then I can't attune. If I play Winding Constrictor first, I can attune, and then get a forest and have blossoming defense, but then I'm not playing on curve. I guess we just see if he blocks. I actually don't think it's worth attuning here this turn. I guess I'm playing land either way. Yeah, okay, maybe it is. I'm supposed to try to save this card. I guess so. Alright, walking ballista one time. Fatal push. Well, that's not very good. I'd mistapped. No, I didn't. Alright. Our opponent has 1,000,000 Chandras, Hezarets, and Glorybringers in their hand. Whew. They don't get much better than this. They don't get much better than that, guys. Alright. Last round. I'm procrastinating so hard on getting stuff together for the Invitational. Like the SCG Invitational, Bob? So, we are on the play, which is the only reason I'm keeping this hand. Draw Glint Sleeve Siphoner or... Okay. Nice, Bob. Yeah, I don't know, like, ever since they moved the Invitationals to Roanoke, I was pretty much like, well, never going to those again. So our opponent's also not playing a 2-drop? That's kind of interesting. Dr. Noe's Water. I mean, I get it as well, Bob. I just think that there are better tournaments in our area to focus my attention on. Like, if I really wanted to focus on on like a series right now, I think it would be the NRG series. All right. So I'm gonna offer this trade because you always offer the trade on your rogue refiners, especially when you're on the play. I would assume our opponent is going to block. No surprise there. I'm going to play another one. But are we going to attune? I feel like we should attune. Probably end up cycling this fetid pool. Okay, probably gonna save the walking ballista for a winding constrictor. Bristling Hydra, sure. I'm probably just gonna jam into this. You can add 3 counters. Oh, nope, I can't jam into it. Glintsleeve Siphoner is one of the worst draws in the mirror. He could be 4-color energy with the red splash. I think we play Hub, Siphoner, Long Tusk Hub. Cartouche of Knowledge. Spicy. Could see that. There it is. Get your flying on. Like, we're winning this race though, right? This is 7 counters. Well, 6 really, because the Glintsleeve Siphoner. I don't like this attack. I think this attack is greedy if he does it. Unless he has a follow-up. Sure. I would like to draw a card. Yes, please. So play Varaska next turn. Sultai Boggles. So I think we can just attack with the Cub. He's wrapping Blossoming Defense. Cub and Glintsleeve Siphoner, and then we'll play another Rogue Refiner in our fetid pools. I should have played my Rogue Refiner pre-combat. I guess, yeah. Maybe I want to play Walking Ballista. This Baraska destroying this Cartouche of Knowledge? Gotta get aggressive. Seems really loose to do that then. Like, if that was your plan, pretty sure you don't want him to take an extra 2. Now I'm gonna throw everything at this long tusk cub. Just double block it. Think. Oh man, if he cartouches this, okay. I guess he still could. Sick. Is this lethal? This is 8 plus 5 counters plus 6 counters. 8 plus 6 counters. This Aether Hub makes it exactly lethal. That's insane. Alright. It's gonna be hard to win. So if he was at 9, 5, 1, 2, 3, no, couldn't do that either. Man, if we drew Fatal Push here, we actually had a shot. Because we can Baraska minus on the Cartouche of Knowledge on the Bristling Hydra, and then Fatal Push the Long Tusk Cub. But I think that we're just dead. Unless we have lethal somehow. So I can put 3 counters on my walking ballista. If I put 3 counters on my walking ballista, he's at 7. We're attacking for 8. Not going to be enough. I think we're going to do this. Take 5. I'm dumb. I should have left back a blocker. If I was going to rep the Fatal Push. So that's pretty sick. Alright, so I want the Vizier for the Bristling Hydras. I don't like the walking ballistas in this matchup. So I was thinking to myself just now, and people who play Magic fall into this trap a lot, is that I cut a Fatal Push, and like, had we drawn a Fatal Push there, you know, we were in business. And so I was like, man, I'm such an idiot for cutting a Fatal Push tonight to try out, but we didn't draw Never Return either, which is the Fatal Push replacement. So we wouldn't have drawn Fatal Push regardless. And Appetite for the Unnatural seems so loose. Maybe Duress is better? Is he boarding out the cartouches? I'm on the play. I just want to be super aggressive. Alright. We'll reevaluate on the draw. Sorry, I haven't played Magic in like a week, so I'm not really talking out loud through my thought processes here, and I apologize for that. The decision there was really whether I wanted Duress or not. So we know that he's probably going to have some removal. We know that it's potentially possible that he has these cartouches in his deck. But I also think there's a good chance he boards them out. What a weird deck, though. Everyone's all over about these Greenbelt Rampagers recently. They're very aggressive. That's a little scary. We'll draw a card, yes. I think there's a good chance I play Nissa next turn, but not this one. And I don't want to attack with my Long Tusk Cub here, because if he does have a Fatal Push or a Blossoming Defense, I have to react first in those situations. Sure. Hostage Taker. That's a pretty good one. We'll take this Constrictor. I'm actually going to attack with both. Is one Glint Sleeve Siphoner worth a card? Probably. So now the question is a Winding Constrictor worth a Bristling Hydra? I think the answer to that is yes. So hopefully it doesn't have any removal for our Hostage Taker. I mean, it would require Revolt, more than likely. Sultai Skies, is that what they're calling this deck? I think I'm supposed to play Aether Hub so I can get 2 energy here. Alright. I think this is game. Sure. So this comes to a 5-4, and we can just make this a 6-6. Alright, man. You don't come back from that. Board out Siphoners, bring in 2 Rampagers and 2 Rishkar. I think on the draw I want this Essence Scatter to try to hit. Yeah, maybe I don't. Maybe I want these Duresses. Maybe Negate's better? I don't know. What am I trying to hit here? I know I don't want the Nissa. I don't think I want the Walking Ballista. Want the Fatal Pushes in for sure. We had Die Young. Die Young's reasonable. One Negate. Yeah, they give me what they give me, man, to borrow. Really not sure how I want to board. I'm gonna go with my instinct. I'm gonna board in this Essence Scatter. We have Hostage Taker for the Sky Sovereigns. Oh man, do we keep this hand? I feel like we do. Just need to draw a land or an attune. Famous last words, right? Got a lot of gas in it though. So jealous of my opponent right now. Land one time. We're professionals. Professional Magic players. So I'm gonna lean on Constrictor here. That's a little scary. So there's actually an interesting little thing here. Oh, don't play Rickshaw. Don't play Rickshaw. Oh, that's so gross. Yup. Alright, draw a Rickshaw. It's gonna be a hard game to win. Ooh, he has a Blossoming Defense? Why else would you wait? He has a Blossoming Defense. So what I was going to say is that there's an interesting window here. If he holds open Fatal Push and I want to play Longtusk Hub into Aether Hub, I can't actually make a green with my Aether Hub since I don't have an energy. I think I have to play Rogue Refiner here. Oh, we're overloaded on Blossoming Defenses. This is kind of scary. He can just play Sky Sovereign if he has one. Called it. And we didn't hit a land. There's our land. Well, we're not blocking, so might as well get in. Don't think we're winning this game. This start was basically the nuts for our opponent. He also missed his land drop, so he has 4 to 5 spells in hand. One of which we know is a Blossoming Defense. Okay, so yeah, he's holding up the Blossoming Defense. No? A little loose. Not really. If I untap and play Hostage Taker. No bueno! No bueno. We're dead. Super dead. Typically you want to draw one Blossoming Defense. So you remember I was talking earlier how we keep drawing triples? Like we drew 3 Blossoming Defenses in the early game. We had 3 Glensleep Siphoners, 3 Rogue Refiners, 3 Winding Constrictors. I feel like our deck has not been very randomized for us tonight. Well, that's fine. Most of Magic is running a little hot and playing well. I feel like we played okay. Made a couple of little misplays that didn't really cost us anything. I don't think our deck has been very well positioned against the matchups we played. Well, that's scary. Sure. You're just doing that so you can crew? I sure got a new camera for Christmas, Valentine's Day, anniversary, honeymoon, from like now until 2035. Not really. But anyway, she did get a new camera. So she's currently taking pictures of me. Like the stalker that she is. Opponent found the line. Being able to play and crew this is lethal. So this is 6, and then we can block 2 of these, and we still take 4 and go to 10. Ah, I wanted to reveal my hand to my opponent. He did not let me. Alright, so Sultai Energy. This Never to Return, we didn't play against Teamer once. I only wanted to test it against Teamer. Mostly for the Chandras. I would cut it. I'd put it back to Fatal Push in a heartbeat. We never really drew it. You know, anytime we drew it, we didn't really care if it was a Fatal Push or this card. But I would just make it a fatal push. If Sultai Skies is going to be a deck, I would consider not playing this variant. If you're starting to see a lot of Greenbelt Rampager in your meta, I wouldn't play Walking Ballista. Like, playing a turn 2 1/1 against their turn 2 3/4 is not where you want to be. There's some other cards you can consider playing. There's what's that guy? Oh man, I can't remember the name of the card, and it's kind of loose. But there's a 1/2 that when you trigger Revolt, you put a counter on it, and it has Death Touch. And it's 1 mana. So that could be a card you can consider if you're starting to see a lot of, you know, Bristling Hydra, and I think it's better than Glint Sleeve, only because Glint Sleeve, or not Glint Sleeve, what's the 2/3 with Lifelink? Hey, what's the 2/3 with Lifelink? It's double black. Gifted Aetherborn. Gifted Aetherborn is the card I was thinking of. Double black on turn 2 could be a little rough, but green on turn 1, this deck is already pretty much set up to do. I've never really liked the Nissa, but again, that's mostly for the Teamer matchup. I think Vizier is still great, but again, also mostly for the Teamer matchup. You know, maybe the online meta is starting to shift, and people are moving to this Skies deck, which means probably need to adapt a little bit. Glint Sleeve Siphoner felt medium tonight. I think we played 2 mono red decks and 2 Rampager decks. I guess technically 3 Rampager decks. So chances are the decks that we saw tonight are just you know, people saw these decks at the GP and now they're playing around with them. Yep, that's the one. So yeah, Michelle and I are actually going to go to the gym after this, so I'm going to hop off a little early. First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone who stopped by tonight.
Say a prayer for us.
Yeah, we haven't been in the gym in a while, so it's going to go interesting. Thank you for stopping by tonight. If you're new to the stream, I really appreciate it. If you could hit that follow button if you're not already following. We stream every week from Tuesday to Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 6 to 9 o'clock. We don't stream the entire time. In terms of tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're going to play yet. I'm leaning modern, maybe some robots. We'll see. But I am leaning modern at the moment. And then I don't know what we're doing on Thursday. So if anyone has any ideas of things they want to see, shout out on Facebook. Find the link to my Facebook below. Bob has a list for me. Bob, you should send me the list. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Oh, one last thing. This stream is officially sponsored by OCM MTG. They are a Midwest vendor out of Iowa. They mostly sell cards online and on Moto. Every week we give a... I don't know why that didn't work. Every week we give away $10 in MTGO credit to one lucky winner. All you have to do is subscribe to the stream. You can find more information below the stream in the FAQ section. Yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. As always, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.